Welcome to Kruger National Park.
Day 9 in Kruger National Park started strong, with a large herd of buffalo in the early morning light. Since we found the cheetah with cubs the day before, we decided to take the same route again toward Lower Sabie, hoping to see them one more time. If you missed that episode, you will find the link in the description below.
Good morning from day 2 here at Crocodile Bridge Rest Camp. At the moment we are waiting on the road because there are buffalo everywhere. We wanted to pass them slowly before they started crossing the road, but while we're driving they started walking across the road in front of us, then they started crossing the road behind us, and now they are everywhere, so we just turned off the car. Yeah, so now we've waited until all of them crossed the road. And I think we're good to go now.
Along the way, we spotted a vulture, a colorful bee eater, and then a young male lion resting beside the road. You can tell he's still quite young. His mane is just starting to grow, and over time it will thicken and darken. Older males develop more impressive manes, which signal strength and maturity. The rest of the morning was quiet. Some antelopes, a few more bird species, but no major excitement. Back at camp, I took the opportunity to film the Crocodile Bridge rest camp tour, while we avoided the midday heat. It was just too hot for most animals to be active, and honestly, for us too. During the filming, I came across some of the resident wildlife, including a beautiful agama and a curious bushbuck. If you haven't seen the camp tour yet, you will find it linked below as well. Our afternoon drive didn't deliver as much either, but that's just part of safari. After an incredible day, like yesterday, a slower one is expected. You can't get it all the time, and that's part of what keeps it special. The highlight? A group of baboons playfully climbing across the bridge. In the evening, Tim took charge of the braai, while I caught up on some editing and emails. The perfect way to wind down our last evening at Crocodile Bridge, before switching camps again the next morning. At sunrise on day 10, we packed up and started driving north to Skukuza. We left around 7 a.m, knowing this part of the park would be busier. That's something to keep in mind.
We're now driving from Crocodile Bridge to Skukuza Rest Camp, where we're gonna stay the next 8 nights, which is a bit controversial, I would say, because either you love Skukuza or you hate Skukuza. Because Skukuza is the largest rest camp in Kruger National Park, it is the capital city of Kruger. Because you will find different restaurants there are the most accommodations available. There's even a car rental, ATMs, I think even a bank branch. You can find everything there. It's huge. But it also has a good reason why it's the capital of Kruger, because the sightings are very good. You can see everything there. Wild dogs, lions, leopards, elephants, sometimes even rhinos. We were there more lucky with cats than at Cat Camp Satara, usually. So we really love the surrounding areas for game viewing in general. That's why we are still coming back to Skukuza, even though it takes a bit away this nature camping vibe, being off the beaten track. If you're searching for this, don't come to Skukuza, but if you're coming for great sightings, Skukuza is still a good choice, in my opinion. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments. But first, we have to drive up north and are gonna stop at Nudo picnic site in just a few minutes.
The area around Lower Sabie and Skukuza is popular because of the high game density near the major river systems. But that also means heavier traffic, particularly on the tar roads. Still, the sightings are worth it. We had our first proper hyena sighting on the trip. Not just a blur, disappearing into the bush, but one that actually stayed around for a while. There were a few detours on the way, due to heavy rains a while ago. Some roads had washed out, but the alternative route gave us a different look at the landscape. And that's never a bad thing. We made a stop at Nudo picnic site for breakfast. It's one of our favorites. Shady, peaceful, and overlooking the river. There's also a small takeaway shop for snacks and coffee. By midday, we finally arrived at Skukuza rest camp. Found a spot at the campground, and then I had to retreat to the restaurant with my laptop. It was just too hot to work outside. We hit 45 degrees, and even my laptop was begging for an air condition. Tim attempted to nap in the tent, but it didn't go well. With that kind of heat, it turned more into a sauna than a siesta.
We have arrived to Skukuza rest camp this afternoon. The camp is set up, but there is a heat wave at the moment. So that's the reason why we're just driving now at 5 p.m. for an evening game drive, but we are not very hopeful to see anything because there's nothing to see now. It's just too hot. There's not a single animal in sight, maybe some impala, some zebras, that's it. If you get lucky, you might see a giraffe. But even the field guides, they said that they haven't seen anything today because it's just too freaking hot. That's why we're just trying to be lucky. Otherwise, we will just go on a morning game drive tomorrow morning and see what we can find when it's still cool in the early morning hours.
Our afternoon drive brought almost no sightings. Just a warthog family and a single water bug. but we used the quiet time to scout out the area. We visited the Lake Panic Hide, hoping for something, but it was still and empty. We drove on to the Skukuza wetland boardwalk, near the nursery. The nursery was already closed, but the boardwalk is always open. And it's such a peaceful spot to stretch your legs and soak in the calm, green surroundings.
We are now at the boardwalk here at the wetlands of Kruger, and the boardwalk is right next to Skukuza golf course, which is the widest course in the world, because it's right in the middle of Kruger National Park and there are no fences at all. It feels a bit weird to walk on this boardwalk because it's not even a meter lifted from the ground, and it's a perfect habitat for leopards actually, and a lot of other stuff. But anyways, it's amazing.
As the sun began to set, we made our way back to camp. It's early to bed tonight. Tomorrow's drive will start at sunrise. If you're enjoying the series and don't want to miss our time here in Skukuza, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next episode.